Time is one of the most enigmatic and universal aspects of existence, shaping everything from the cosmos to individual lives. Let us explore the multifaceted nature of time, delving into its physical, philosophical, psychological, cultural, and artistic dimensions. Ultimately, this exploration seeks to illuminate how our understanding of time influences not only our knowledge of the universe, but also the meaning we derive from our existence. Time, from a physical perspective, is one of the most fundamental dimensions of the universe. In classical mechanics, time is treated as a constant linear progression, a uniform backdrop against which events unfold. However, modern physics, particularly through Einstein's theories of relativity, revolutionized our understanding of time. In special relativity, time is no longer absolute. It is relative to the observer's frame of reference. This means that time can stretch or contract depending on the velocity of an observer relative to the speed of light. General relativity adds another layer of complexity by showing how gravity can warp space-time, causing time to slow down near massive objects. The concept of time in quantum mechanics adds further intrigue. The uncertainty principle and the probabilistic nature of quantum states challenge deterministic notions of time. In the realm of particle physics, the idea of time reversal symmetry suggests that certain physical laws remain unchanged even if time runs backward. However, this symmetry is broken in processes involving weak nuclear interactions, giving rise to the arrow of time, a concept closely tied to entropy and the second law of thermodynamics. Moreover, theories like quantum gravity seek to reconcile quantum mechanics and general relativity, potentially leading to a deeper understanding of time's role in the universe. Loop quantum gravity and string theory, for instance, propose that space-time may have a discrete or emergent structure at the smallest scales, challenging the notion of time as continuous. Philosophically, time has been a subject of profound inquiry for centuries. Ancient Greek philosophers, such as Heraclitus and Parmenides, held contrasting views. Heraclitus saw time as a constant flow, you cannot step into the same river twice, while Parmenides argued for the unchanging nature of reality, suggesting that time as we perceive it is an illusion. Modern philosophy continues to grapple with these ideas. Presentism posits that only the present moment is real, while eternalism suggests that past, present, and future all coexist in a block universe. Another perspective, growing block theory, holds that the past and present are real, but the future is not yet determined. Immanuel Kant argued that time is not an external reality, but a framework imposed by the human mind to organize experiences. This transcendental idealist view places time as a fundamental part of how we perceive reality, rather than an independent entity. In contrast, phenomenologists such as Edmund Husserl and Martin Heidegger have explored the subjective experience of time, emphasizing how human consciousness gives meaning to the passage of time. Heidegger, in particular, introduced the concept of being toward death, which frames human existence as intrinsically tied to an awareness of its finitude, profoundly shaping our relationship with time. These philosophical debates often intersect with literary explorations, where time is depicted as both a constraint and a liberating force. The philosophy of time also delves into metaphysical questions. Is time finite or infinite? Does it have a direction, or is it fundamentally reversible? These debates intersect with physics, especially in cosmology and the study of entropy. Concepts such as eternal recurrence, famously explored by Friedrich Nietzsche, propose that time might be cyclical, with events recurring infinitely. Biologically, time is intertwined with the rhythms of life. Organisms on Earth have evolved to adapt to temporal cycles such as day and night, governed by the rotation of the planet. The circadian rhythm, an internal biological clock, regulates sleep-wake cycles, hormonal fluctuations, and other physiological processes. These rhythms are influenced by external cues like light and temperature, ensuring that living beings remain synchronized with their environments. Aging, another biological aspect of time, reflects the irreversible progression of cellular and molecular changes. Telomeres, the protective caps on the ends of chromosomes, shorten with each cell division, serving as a biological clock for aging. Researchers studying these mechanisms hope to uncover ways to slow down or even reverse aspects of aging. Advancements in the fields of gerontology and biotechnology aim to manipulate these biological processes, raising profound ethical and social questions. The perception of time also varies across species. For instance, animals with faster metabolisms, such as hummingbirds, experience time in a way that is vastly different from humans, with their faster reaction times and shorter lifespans. Psychologically, time is not an objective measure but a deeply subjective experience. Human perception of time can vary dramatically depending on emotions, attention, and context. For instance, time may seem to slow down during moments of fear or danger, a phenomenon linked to heightened sensory awareness. Conversely, in periods of monotony or routine, time can seem to fly by. Memory also plays a critical role in shaping our experience of time. Retrospectively, periods filled with new or intense experiences often feel longer when recalled because the brain has more markers to differentiate events. Additionally, the psychological concept of time extends to future-oriented thinking, such as planning and anticipating outcomes. This ability to mentally simulate future scenarios is a defining characteristic of human cognition, enabling complex decision-making and goal-setting. Cultural and developmental factors also shape time perception. For example, children often perceive time as moving more slowly compared to adults, likely due to the novelty of experiences and their developing sense of duration. Culturally, time is a social construct that varies across societies. The measurement and division of time into hours, minutes, and seconds are human inventions designed to facilitate coordination and communication. Calendars rooted in astronomical observations reflect cultural and historical contexts, from the Mayan calendar to the Gregorian system used widely today. Technological advancements have transformed how societies interact with time. The Industrial Revolution introduced precise timekeeping to synchronize factory shifts, while the digital age has further compressed our experience of time with instant communication and 24/7 connectivity. The synchronization of clocks and imposition of standardized time zones reflect not just practicality, but also the influence of industrialization and colonialism. Time has also been a perennial theme in art, literature, and mythology. The ancient Greeks personified time as Chronos, the god of time, and Kairos, representing opportune moments. In literature, authors such as H.G. Wells and Virginia Woolf have experimented with the representation of time, from linear narratives to stream-of-consciousness techniques that mimic the flow of thought and memory. Works like The Time Machine or To the Lighthouse reveal humanity's fascination with time travel, memory, and the fluidity of temporal experience. In visual arts, painters like Salvador Dalí explored time's surreal qualities, as seen in The Persistence of Memory, with its melting clock symbolizing the malleability of time. The metaphysical nature of time remains one of the greatest mysteries. Is time an emergent property of the universe or a fundamental aspect of reality? Some theories propose that time does not exist at the most fundamental level, as suggested by certain interpretations of quantum gravity. The notion of timeless physics seeks to describe the universe without a preferred temporal direction. Questions about the origin of time are closely tied to cosmology. Did time begin with the Big Bang, or does it extend infinitely in both directions? Time travel, a popular topic in science fiction, raises its own set of metaphysical questions. Theoretical physics allows for scenarios like closed time-like curves, but these remain speculative. Beyond physics, time travel serves as a metaphor for human longing to revisit the past, alter mistakes, or glimpse into the future. Ultimately, the nature of time touches on profound existential questions. Why does time flow in one direction? Is the arrow of time a consequence of entropy and the second law of thermodynamics, or is there a deeper explanation? The psychological and philosophical implications of these questions underscore time's role not just in the physical universe, but also in human meaning and purpose. As humanity advances scientifically and culturally, the concept of time will continue to evolve, shaping our understanding of existence itself. By integrating insights from physics, philosophy, biology, psychology, culture, and art, humanity deepens its grasp of this elusive dimension, inching closer to unraveling its ultimate mysteries. Join us again on our quest through space and time as we unravel the mysteries, complexities, and fundamental truths of the world around us, traveling together on our journey down the path of greater intellectual wisdom